Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mangoes Not Lemons. We are excited to be here again, chatting with you all. I'm Damon with HR Mango, and today we are meeting with one of our clients that we absolutely have enjoyed working with. We have Oz with Elite.
Hey.
So, Oz, take a second, introduce yourself, tell us a little about yourself and your background with Elite.
Great. Well, thank you for having me. It's nice to be here.
Welcome. Thanks for coming.
Aaron Osminski, Oz. I'm with Elite Tech Sources. We are focused primarily on technology recruiting, so software development. We also get into all the peripheries around software development, so technical project managers, data analysts, those kinds of things. So I've been doing this for quite a while. I started in technology myself. So I was a programmer way back in the day.
Nice career transition.
It was, and it's funny because I like technology, I like programming, I don't like being a programmer. I'd much rather be talking to people, on the phone doing, I guess, more salesy stuff maybe.
Well, usually those two don't go hand in hand very well.
Yeah, so my programming career was short-lived because I realized I wasn't designed to sit in front of a monitor that way for so long.
Yeah.
So it's fun to be on the phones, getting to know folks, finding out what their challenges are, understanding what I can do to help them identify their challenges in their business, and then provide them with the resources they need to be successful. So that's kind of been my thing, and that's where I feel I'm different than my competitors because I come from a programming background. I understand when I'm talking to a director of development and they're saying, "Hey, I've got a challenge around this. I need this," and I can usually speak to a more technical level with them about what it is they want to find. So then when we start the recruiting process, it allows me to kind of direct the recruiting a little bit more than some of my competitors might when it comes to that. So. Yeah, the bread and butter is certainly software development, direct placement. So we do fee-based recruiting, contingency-based.
That's what I was going to say. Let's clarify direct hire recruiting, professional recruiting, all technical fee-based recruiting is what you specialize in as a whole.
Right. So that's
nationwide.
Our sweet spot really is kind of the Intermountain area.
Okay.
So we do well in Colorado.
Slopes.
Yeah, Silicon Slopes. We do well at Wasatch Front. We've got some good experience in Colorado as well. And then you get into some of the more up and coming areas. Boise has got a lot of stuff going on there. So I have some good contacts out there that I work with. And, Colorado, Idaho, even a little Montana. So yeah, kind of Intermountain West, but we do get in Chicago a little bit and some of those other areas.
Okay, so you can branch out, but you've got a core where you feel you do well, you understand the market, you've got a good network of candidates.
And I think you just nailed it because there's so many subtle changes and differences in markets. When we recruit for Chicago at wages, So recruiting in Chicago is much different than recruiting in Salt Lake City. So it's nice when you have and understand those differences. So I don't like to spread our organization too thin, but we do seem to do pretty well in the Intermountain West. We don't read that well, but we do branch out California, Chicago. So yeah,
all right,
I hit it all. And then to touch on your point there, yes, fee-based contingency recruiting, that's certainly bread and butter. But the other exciting and as the pendulum swings in markets and economies, we find contracting to be
yes, we have helped you with. We'll talk about that in a second. Yes.
So it's nice because you can go where the pendulum swings in the markets and really service your clients to what they best need in the current market situation. So I usually pivot easily and seamlessly to whatever the need might be for our clients in the given markets and economies.
So one of the big reasons I wanted to talk with you, and thank you again for coming on the show today, is to talk about, we have a new service at HR Mango called RSO. We kind of made it up, recruiting support organization that is specifically where a company like yourself can rent our recruiters and their databases and their software, and that we've already got it supplied to all of them, and you rent them to help you with your jobs. So it's your job. You own it from day one. You own it all through the whole process, but you rent the recruiter as you need.
Yep.
And how has your experience been with that new model?
So I've dabbled with this type of support from third parties before.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, when I was approached initially,
Be open, that helps.
it's like, okay, I've tried this before, but something seemed a little different. There seemed to be, it was more polished the way it was presented, I think,
Okay.
when we talked about it. So I said, okay, let's try this. It was a situation where I really needed the support too. So it's almost, it was a requirement for me to have that extra support. So you came along at the perfect time. I was very apprehensive because I've been doing this a long time and I've had mediocre results at best in most cases.
Yeah.
So HR Mango comes along and they tell me about the process. I'm thinking, okay, I think there might be something a little different about this. Let's give it a try. You know, it's a little bit of a time investment to get your recruiter up to speed on this.
It is. But the more you tell them, the better they can fill.
Exactly. So what was really interesting about that though, is we were able to have success quickly, right out of the gate. What I noticed is process was the big difference.
All right. So ours was a little different.
Yeah. So what I found is the process was a little more polished. It seemed like there was actually some thought behind purpose. So when we did this, we had success right off the bat with this, and it was refreshing because I've struggled before with how is the recruiting being managed? What's their process? There doesn't seem to be any good thing. I knew the big difference on Friday when I got a recruiting report. It was really cool. So I got the Excel spreadsheet, and it said
the progress on your job.
Exactly. Everybody that had been attempted contact, also those that had been responded, those that had been set up for pre-screens. So it was refreshing to find that the process was being managed at that level of detail. I've never had that before.
Okay.
So that was really nice to see that. And I look forward to the Friday report to see, okay, let's see how
see the
hard they were.
activity.
Yeah, and it's always been great.
Yeah, we do have proprietary software. It's all in-house. The metric sheet is our way of saying, even if I send you no one, this is everyone I've screened out that saved you the time. And in your situation, so you could actually maintain a smaller team, in-house recruiting team, but still get the support and the profitability, get your jobs filled. Hopefully this model might be more profitable for you in the long run versus an internal team, or as an internal team, you know, and you don't have to sugarcoat it, better, worse, pros, cons.
I would say it's different, and each organization has, there's a point of balance between an internal team and the support it requires to manage that internal team.
Yes. And the resources and the...
So I'm in a unique situation where I'm trying to manage my book of business and my clients, but then I'm also trying to manage a recruiting team as well. So there's a balance. How much time do I want to dedicate to my accounting, my account services time versus how much time do I want to dedicate to managing recruiting? So there's value in being able to free up some of that recruiting management time to working with my clients.
Right.
So while it might not be tangible, it's easy to see a huge difference in being able to offload and say, this process on recruiting is being managed elsewhere. I'm confident in it and I know it's going to work and I don't even have to worry about it. I get to focus on my account services. So with that in mind, I'm able to get more clients, get more requirements from my clients, and probably fill more because I don't have to manage the recruiting as much recruiting.
Or systems, or we pay for all of her applicant databases that she mines, so you don't have any additional costs.
One less seat.
Yeah.
One less seat and all those tools that I usually have to provide for my recruiters. So yeah, there's huge value there. It's really easy to see if you, at the bottom line, if you're looking at all this and putting it all down, it's really easy to see that this has been a huge win. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, good. I like that. And same thing for you as it is for what you offer to a lot of your clients. If the recruiter fills nothing for you, you pay nothing.
Right. Yeah.
So if your account manager doesn't find you that perfect person that your client wants to hire, there's no loss.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. No, it's exactly right, and it's good because then there's motivation on you're making sure that your recruiting process is happening. You want to make sure they're successful as well. So it's a win-win all the way around.
Well, and the new one we touched on a little bit ago. You're seeing a lot of growth in specialized contract support with a couple of your clients, and you've been able to partner with your account manager, and she's been able to turn around in short time frames, from what I understand, some really solid candidates that your clients hired.
Yeah, so that's the really neat part about this is in technology staffing and recruiting, the pendulum never stays in one place for long. And
Right.
we've definitely seen the swing back to push for contractors and contracting.
Yeah.
And I've just, it's been so nice to say, hey, the relationship's built. We work well together. That's the important part. And we've got some great candidates back. We've had some hires right away. And it's just, I know I filled a lot of contractor roles that I wouldn't have filled because I have that extra bandwidth and a great process on the recruiting side.
Yeah.
So the contracting side is going great. We're still doing some contingency-based, fee-based recruiting.
Yeah.
So we're able to kind of seamlessly go between them both, and it's been very, very successful.
Well, that is our new RSO model that you are trying out. I am so glad to hear that it's working. Yeah. So for all of those recruiters that are trying to do it on your own, independent recruiters, direct hire recruiters, if you'd like a little help to back you with your clients, feel free, look up HR Mingo, check out the RSO model and see if it might be for you. Thanks for dialing in today and have a great day.